Black Oni.
What's up, tubes? It's your boy, JBlaze06 here for another episode of JBlaze Online. I would like to talk to you about two things that basically came out of the PlayStation experience. One of them is obviously, we heard the news that Street Fighter V is coming to next-gen console. It will also come to PC. It will be cross-play, so if you're a PlayStation 4 owner, you'll be able to play with PC owners. Pretty revolutionary in terms of fighting games. I'm really impressed with this announcement, but I'm also slightly apprehensive to it, only for the sake of this whole argument about exclusives that were once multi-platform now being console exclusive. Now, obviously at this point I have both consoles, so having this announcement be a reality doesn't really do that much in terms of deterring me from my overall experience of playing games. I was going to get the game on PS4 regardless. It does suck that there are going to be some people on the Xbox side who will not be able to play this game, but to my understanding, Capcom came to Sony with a proposition of making this next game, and we all know that Capcom is in pretty much financial distress right now, and they could use every little bit. I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. We're also getting Ultra Street Fighter 4 coming to PlayStation 4 as well, spring 2015. That's very exciting news, so hope you fighting game fans are excited about that. Some of you guys who are on the Xbox side might have been a little bit more apprehensive about this announcement, and I totally understand that. Some of you guys want to stick to Xbox, but if you want to get your Street Fighter on, you got to switch to Sony's side. So, in a lot of ways, this was a really smart move for Sony because, I used to always equate fighting games with Sony's consoles. The PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, those have always been fighting game heavy consoles. And the Xbox 360 started having fighting games on their system as well. And I remember the first time I ever played Street Fighter 4 on the Xbox 360, it felt strange. I couldn't do certain moves because of the way the D-pad was set up. The D-pad was awful on that controller. But the analog stick was amazing on that controller. So, doing certain moves for like Chun-Li or Blanca, for example, were like a breeze on that controller. But like anything else was really a nightmare, and I hated it. Again, I'm not personally affected by this, but I assume some of you guys really are, so I'd love to hear your comments down below. And the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is Square Enix announcing Final Fantasy VII coming to PlayStation 4. This would, in some ways, be a good thing, if not for the fact that they're literally taking the PC port and bringing it over to the PS4. So what this means is, instead of getting an HD remaster or a remake or a new rendition of Final Fantasy VII, which we've all been clamoring for since, 2004? It was beyond me why we hadn't seen that. And I understand, for the sake of keeping the integrity of the original title, they don't want to do anything to ruin, I guess, the experience moving forward, but I think they really f***ed up. This was their opportunity to basically print money. I mean, obviously, it would have been a huge undertaking to make this experience, a huge undertaking in terms of finances, in terms of, investment. It would have been a risk in some ways, but in a lot of other ways, it would have been a no-brainer if they wanted to have money. Now, one of my really good friends, he said to me he doesn't think that Square Enix is in the fashion of making money at this point. They're more interested in making art experiences. And to that point, I think that makes a lot of sense, but I also think that making art experiences are things that fans want. And so Final Fantasy 15, for example, releases their trailer, and it looks like a divergent from Final Fantasy 13, which we know they've made some form of money off of. I don't understand how much they made off. The internet is pretty kind of pissed off. They literally just trolled us into thinking that we're going to get a new Final Fantasy 7 experience on the PS4. And to be fair, people just said they wanted a next-gen Final Fantasy 7. They didn't specify in what capacity, so they said, oh, okay, next-gen. I mean, you can't really upscale, blocks, polygons, What are you guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. And if you want your friends to get in on the conversation, share this link with them so that they know exactly where to go to continue this conversation. If you like the video, press the like button and subscribe to stay tuned to everything else coming on the way, because there is a lot coming. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next episode of JBlaze Online. Game on. JBlaze out.